I know this is unorthodox and you and I have our history, but I did want to personally thank you in person for coming to see me when I was in the hospital in my time of need. Obviously, I don't really have a big circle and I don't have a lot of people who care about me. So I just wanted you to know that it means the world to me. And you're valuable as a person for doing that. Like, someone genuinely cares about you. Oh, well, it's no big deal. I went through something tragic and I know how fragile life is, and I'm in a giving mood. I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing by people, so it was a no-brainer. No, but really, you should give yourself a pat on the back, because how many people, after dealing with, you know, your ex-husband's toxic ex, how many people would come visit her in the hospital and put her pride aside and squash things? People hold on to grudges and vengeance until the day they die, and you didn't. You took the high road, which, you know me, I live on the high road. Well, when I gave birth to Charlotte, I had Brian with me, and I still felt alone. So I can only imagine what it would have been like if you woke up and found out that you only had Joey there. And I don't know. Just, again, tried to do the right thing. It's no big. I really didn't want any pats on the back or anything. Now, I was also thinking, and I don't want to make you uncomfortable or be pushy or anything like that, but I know that you may hear the term, the buzzword, support system. And look, I know you said your goodbyes to Joey, and I know I've always been jealous of you and had some hatred and stuff like that, but I think you need people, and I don't have any friends, and I'm not like trying to like pimp myself out here, but you know, I could be your friend and help you with things. You know, maybe you need someone who's just a little bit toxic in your life to show you how to be a little bad every now and then to get your way. Oh, that's really sweet. I, at this time, do not feel like I'm in the market for new friends. I just am doing me, like you say. Also, didn't you happen to use my bracelet, the one Joey gave me, to, well, you know, get in the hospital in the first place? Yeah, so, obviously I have my own mental health problems, and I did use your bracelet to put myself in the hospital, but I haven't had any problems since getting out, because I've had like a near-death experience and a new lease on life, and realizing that someone who once hated me for everything I've done to you, that you could be in the hospital and visit me and put all that hate aside, like, it showed me what like a real high road is. Does that make sense? Got it. Like I said, I'm not really looking for friends right now. I'm more, how do I fix myself? How do I get through my grief, if I even can? So friends are like my last priority. Okay, well, I knew you were gonna say that you weren't really looking for friendship, and we would be like a weird odd couple anyway. I get it. Maybe you need some time to think about it, but I do want to leave you with a piece of advice. Something that I think could really benefit you in your current situation. Sure, I'm open to advice. Okay, we all know that I had my child and the baby's daddy. We don't know who he is, and I haven't seen Chris in I don't know how long. I don't feel like I'm a mother anymore. Your situation is you need your baby, and you're trying to keep your baby safe, and you need, I have a feeling you're gonna move away and this and that, but instead of like, I know this may be controversial and I know you might not go for it, but instead of like trying to protect your baby and trying to like risk your life through all of this and go hide and everything like that, why don't you just legitimately start fresh? Why don't you let your baby's father, Brian, keep Charlotte? Why don't you go take the time you need in wherever you're gonna go? No one's gonna chase after you. They don't want you. They want your baby, whatever. Do you, boo. Because when I gave up Chris, as much as I loved my baby, the relief, the identity that you get back in starting over, and I know it's probably definitely hard for you to take care of a child after what you went through. Okay, I'm gonna try to like understand what you mean, and not just take it like you're telling me to give up my daughter. I get your perspective and to focus on me and that it worked for you. But I love Charlotte with all my heart, and she feels like the one that survived. And she does feel like a miracle baby to me at times. So I can't envision just walking away because things are hard. Think about it this way. If you continue to raise Charlotte, you're always going to have ties with a man that you don't want to have ties with. You're always going to have to think about custody and whatever comes with that. If you just let him take care of your baby and you move on with your life, I'm sure like they're not going to bother you anymore. Like, no one bothered me when I left. You could have that fresh start. You know what I mean? And I say this from a genuine place because I know what it's like to have baggage and have not an unwanted child in your situation, but for me it was. Sometimes a girl just needs a whole new identity and a new life. There's no shame. Charlotte was an accident anyway, right? Okay, well, I get a little offended when someone tells me to give my kid up because that's something I just would never do under any circumstance. I know Joey did it and whatever, but I could never give my kids up. I would die before I did that. I don't mean to offend you or be cold. I'm just genuinely trying to help you as your former enemy. My problem with you was that you were always such a goody two-shoes, and the goody two-shoes in life never get anywhere, okay? It's always the flawed moms, the flawed partners that have everything that they want. I've gotten what I've wanted most of the time, and it was only when I was like a little bad, you know? And I think like it's okay for you to be a little bad. It's okay for you to be a little selfish. I'm not saying don't ever come back for your daughter, but right now, do you really want this headache after what you went through with Junior? Don't you get to grieve? Go do you. You've done it this long without Charlotte, and she's fine. Sometimes we just need to stop resisting. I think that me and you have something in common in that we were both with Joey. But that's it. I think we are two very different people and very, very different moms. And I respect your perspective, and I respect that you tried to help me. Because there's not many people right now who are. But we're very different moms. And even though you don't have Chris anymore, you're still his mom. I hope you know that. Yeah. You and I definitely are different types of moms. Well, I tried. You always have my number if you want like a new friend. So look, I really don't want to keep the home seller waiting. So I just kind of need to know what we're doing. Like, is it possible? Can I go into witness protection?
I spoke to my higher-ups, I spoke to a lot of different people, and we could essentially get you into witness protection. Wouldn't be a quick process, but it could be done.
Really? Oh my god, it would be incredible. Because I need to be off the radar with my daughter. Okay, I can't worry about someone finding me and breaking into my house. Knowing that the killers are still out there, it just keeps me up at night. That's why I don't have my daughter here in the first place.
Don't get so excited right now. Although it's good news, and honestly, I didn't think we could offer you that. I thought it was more like we select who goes in, but it's nice to know that in this town, that's how it works. We could get you in witness protection. We can't get your daughter Charlotte in.
Okay, why can I go into witness protection but Charlotte can't?
Right, because there's legal hurdles, like I had told you. Your baby's father, Brian Montgomery, has parental rights to his daughter. So we as an agency cannot just authorize you to go into witness protection. Take his daughter away. It's illegal. Take his daughter away from him. Let you go and disappear with her. We just can't do that. The parental rights restrict us. You can go in, but you can't take your daughter.
That makes sense. But there's really like nothing I can do. Like clearly, I looked it up. If there's like a big threat on my life or Charlotte's life, like for our safety, like you can't do anything to protect us? Because no matter how many locks I put on the door, no matter how many windows I work on to make freaking intruder proof, I can't sleep at night. I can't have my baby here because I'm so afraid.
No, there's something you can do. You could have full custody where he doesn't have parental rights anymore. You would have to get custody. And then you're free to do whatever you would like with Charlotte. You can enter witness protection. You can move wherever you know what I'm saying.
Okay, that makes sense. Is there a way I can get like an emergency court order where I have custody of Charlotte so that I can go into witness protection with her? Can we do that like fast?
No. If anyone knows, it's you. You know how the process of getting custody works, and it's a lengthy ordeal. You have to go to the hearing and all that again. I'm sure you don't want to do that. And I know you're trying to get out of here quick. There's also no guarantee the judge will favor you full custody also. So it's a waste of time. If you're just trying to get custody so that Charlotte can go into witness protection for you, it's risky. And then also you doing that alerts him of what you're going to be doing. Right?
I'm trying not to be bitter, and I'm trying not to be resentful. But you know, as a human being, what I went through. And the fact that I'm not getting any updates on the investigation. You guys have not cracked anything. The killers are still out there. Like, I don't even care about them being brought to justice. I just don't want them on the street because I'm so worried that they're going to come after me again. So I'm getting nowhere as a mom, but also like I came to you with a possible suspect and my evidence isn't strong enough.
Look, we listen to whatever tips we get. It's not like we're not listening to the tips we get. We just need better evidence if you're going to give us a suspect. If you can gather us better evidence to work with. We're all ears, but we can't. Right now, the investigation, it's an investigation. We're trying to turn over every stone that's out there, but whoever did this, and I don't know if I'm giving away too much, but whoever did this, very calculated, very good at what they do. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but there's really no trace of anything left behind. We have some, I'm not supposed to say this because it's an ongoing investigation, but we have some vague details from what the nanny saw, and dressed all in black, about a little under 6 feet person, moved not too swiftly, details like that. But what can we do with that right now? It's an ongoing investigation.
I don't have time to be a detective. I'm sorry. That's your job. My job is to protect my daughter, and right now in this town I don't feel like I can.
As a fellow human being, I would get out of here. That's my advice. Because when you moved here, I know when you moved here, the crime rate wasn't the way it was. It's up. You're not the only burglary that's happened, So I would go.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do. Because the police department and family court and all of these public agencies are incompetent and terrible to work with. They're useless. No offense to you. I know there's a chain of command and things you have to follow, but imagine being a mom and this happens and you get nothing. You don't even get offered protection.
It's America. Even though Serafina Town operates under its own jurisdiction and laws and all that, we're in America. You have a right to protection. You should get yourself a weapon. I told my wife that. When I'm not home. Get yourself something. Protect yourself.
Thanks for the advice.
I'm being serious. What's a kitchen knife gonna do? What's a baseball bat under the bed gonna do? Protect yourself.
After what I've been through mentally in my life, I can't be trusted with any type of weapon. I know myself.
Well, based off of the lack of straight answers from Miranda and the way she was hinting at things, she's definitely moving my daughter away. You mix that with what I know about the house. The second that I give Charlotte back to her, I'm never seeing my daughter again. She even tried to get Charlotte earlier from me because I guess she didn't like the way that I was defending my family. So now I am 100% certain that when the time comes, when she wants me to bring Charlotte back, I'm not doing it. I'm keeping my baby. You're quiet. You're very quiet.
I just don't know whether or not this is like the best decision that you should be making in terms of keeping your daughter like legally and her motherhood and stuff. I don't know. Just my conscience is kind of acting up.
That statement alone kind of leads me to believe that you're questioning this right now. When you've been supportive of me. You said that I'm a good dad, and you said that I deserve my daughter.
I am supportive. I want you to have your daughter. You're a great dad. I'm not taking that away from you. You're a great dad. I love seeing you with Charlotte. But keeping her from her mom, just thinking about that, doesn't sit well with me. I don't know. It's starting to bother me a little bit. I don't know if that's the right thing to do.
I'm only keeping Charlotte from her mother because she's going to take my daughter away from me. I wouldn't be doing this if I thought otherwise. I took the good guy approach and I tried to talk to her and communicate. But she doesn't want that. And I know what's going to happen. She's going to go into hiding and I'm never going to find her. And then I'm not going to have a daughter.
Honestly, the good guy approach would be giving her her daughter and then seeing what happens. Yeah, if she takes your daughter away from you, you're the victim, but you're still the good guy. So maybe you need to let that happen instead of being the bad guy and keeping your daughter from her. She's obviously going through a lot right now and she doesn't know what to do, and she's probably just going to take her, she's doing this out of emotion. She's trying to protect her daughter. I think I can be understanding of that. I think you can understand that too, and I know it's hard for you as a dad, but still.
So good guys always finish last, right? So the good thing to do right now, the right thing to do right now would be let her go with her mom and let it all happen, and then what? Go to the police and say she took my daughter, I don't know where she is. I have to take her to court now.
There's a reason that family court is there. Miranda won custody before. You could win custody too. That's why these things are there for situations like this. I know it would suck, but it's better than making yourself out to be this evil person who keeps a woman's daughter from her.
That's never gonna accomplish anything, Tiffany. I can foresee. Call me psychic, Tiffany. But Miranda moves my daughter away, and then I have to go to the police, and we have to find her, right? It's gonna have to go through all that storyline. Where's my daughter, right? Then we find where she is. The police aren't going to take her out of Miranda's arms and bring her back to me. No. I remember this with Joey and Miranda. You can't take a kid from you have to go to court. It's always court. All roads travel back to family court, like the Wizard of Oz. So now let's say I do take her to family court and we have to go through all that crap again. You think I have a chance at winning? No. It's going to go to her because of what she's been through. She lost a child. She's her mother. The closest thing that I'm going to get is a couple days. And if I get a couple days and she lives in New York, it's the same thing. I have to travel 6.5 hours to see my daughter every weekend. And that's not fair to me.
Alright, well, I can't be a part of this. If it comes down to you having to keep Charlotte and not giving her back to Miranda, I can't be here for that. I can't.
You're really gonna leave if I keep Charlotte?
Because if I'm here while you keep your daughter from Miranda, it's gonna get messy. I didn't sign up for this. I will support you through everything as long as you do the right thing. I know it will be hard to not give Charlotte back. I mean, I know it will be hard to give Charlotte back, but that I would be a part of that rather than having to stand in this castle of yours and, I don't know, be the villains. I can't be the villains. I work with children. I can't have it on my metaphorical resume that I helped you keep a child from her mother. It's eating away at me.
What happened to supporting me? What happened to me being deserving of my daughter and all of that? I can't believe this, Tiffany. You're putting me in a very... You're making me choose now between you and my daughter.
I support you with everything, Brian. Just not this. Just not this.
Great. Guess I have decisions to make, huh?